Now at LIV Golf, we have the best golfers in the world. Company right here, Tyrrell Hatton. And golfers on LIV are either very technically focused, like Charles Howell III, or they're more external, like yourself, Tyrrell Hatton. Now, how do you warm up? Let's see you hit a few, and how do you get ready for tournament performance-wise?
Yeah, so I'm opposite end of the scale in terms of being technical. So yeah, I generally start my warm-up sort of around 40 minutes before my tee time. Start with lob wedge and yeah, just work my way through the bag.
Let's see you hit a couple. Now you're very much a feel player. What sort of ball flight do you like to see?
Generally, ball flight wise, very neutral.
Yep.
I don't ever thinking about shaping it one way or the other. Like with the longer clubs, it will be a little bit of a fade. And I try and aim, certainly with drive, a little bit left of target just to compensate for that. But I'm not actively trying to hit a fade. It's just like my natural sort of shape. So yeah, just try and play with it.
And how do you know when it's not slightly right? Does it just go away from the zero ball flight, very neutral?
It stays pretty neutral, but it just goes sideways quickly. So I work with my dad and we always check certain points in my swing, and it's always something in the setup. It's like simple things like ball position and alignment. That's why golf's so hard, because you have the feelings of like, some days you feel like, oh, I just need to put the ball a little bit further forward. And then you kind of do that too much and it goes too far forward. So then you have to like go the opposite way and you go back. So it's always a constant struggle. Yes.
You say you work with your dad. How much does he help you in tournaments, or are you quite, dependent in knowing what you need to do?
So I'm quite dependent in that sense. Yeah, we try and get most of our work done in the off weeks to try and set ourselves up for a good run.
And will you look at data when you're away from a tournament?
I just hit the shots, and as long as it's going like the distance it needs to, like that's enough data for me.
You're not
you can
technical,
tell.
But you're very smart. You know what works for you.
Right.
Right, let's see you stripe a 6-iron first. I want a nice neutral ball flight.
Neutral ball flight 6-iron.
Hugo's stepping in to check the alignment.
I know.
Is he good, coach?
No.
I mean, I just want to touch on that quickly. This is what we see all the best golfers doing. They're getting their basics right. So you just put a stick down. Yep.
So I always, when I'm hitting balls, certainly from wedge, like upwards, like with lob wedge and stuff, I'll just try and feel like I'm standing open to target. And then as soon as I have pitch and wedge and anything longer, I try and square up with the rod. And then we've just recently started doing, because I have struggled with my alignment on the golf course. The last few drivers I hit, we set a target and I line up to that, and Hugo will tell me if I'm lining up good. So
good old school caddy check. Yeah. You can't do that in the tournament.
No, definitely not.
And ball position, obviously, with a 6-iron slightly further forward in the...
I think so. I mean,
it looks it from me. You're good.
Right. Okay.
That's money. Now, one of the things that fascinates me is how good your mindset is. And I spoke with a caddy earlier, and when you first came out on tour, you kept the same clubs, even though manufacturers were all over you. Same with coaches. You stuck with your dad. How did you keep that mentality?
Some of the lads out here, they have they've got swing coach, short game, putting coach, mental coach. It's just, for me, it's too much noise. Like, yeah, I'm happy working with my dad. Like, if I am struggling, like I've got Danny to help me out on the road too. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Now let's finish with a bit of mentality. When you're on the golf course and you're about to hit a shot, what do you need from Hugo to hit?
I feel like I'm quite a quick player. So just having, the number ready, whatever the cover is, if there's a pin over the bunker, what the cover is there.
And you just go at pins. That's what I love about watching your game.
Yeah, generally. So we can end up in some pretty interesting spots.
At least it's a giggle. Really good. Go on, let's see one more. Right, what club have we got here?
This is the 7-wood.
Perfect. And what sort of carry do you normally see with this?
Normally when we're the temperatures, it will be sort of about 235 carry. I mean, out here, you probably get close to 250 with the heat.
And again, very neutral ball flight.
It should be.
It's just going to stay in the air forever. That is going to look good on the tracer. Do you want to know your numbers or not really? Do you want to know your carry?
I'll guess that one.
Go on.
At, because I caught it a touch boss to me. I'll still say it was like 246.
240.6.
There was a 6 in there.
Genius. And spin. Do you know what sort of spin roughly?
4.8 to 5.
Yeah, pretty much there.
What
You're
was
good
it?
at this. He's very simple, but he knows what he's doing. Tyrrell, thank you so much. Everyone at home, there's golfers that are technical and you're more external. So give these tips that Tyrrell's given you and stay out the heat, like Tyrrell's saying, and
Yes.
keep it simple.
Absolutely.